Hey, what's up? It's Frankie here. We're going to talk about client retention and actually getting your clients to stay a long time. And just so you know, the average marketing agency, as best I can tell, keeps clients about 3 months, which means you get 3 payments. And in our mastermind, we're keeping people on average of 2 years. And I just want you to imagine what a difference that'll make for you if your average client pays you 24 times instead of 3, what that would look like for you. So let's get into that. All right. So you're going for a little stroll with me in the water. The baby bees, my little girls are way down there. I don't know if you can see by the umbrella. They're just chilling, playing with their sand toys, and there's lots of little kind of crabs running around here. And a lot of you guys, by the way, have this problem without knowing it, which is that people don't stay long enough, and then because of it, it's hard for you to find good people and margins and consistency in your business, and as a result, you're always selling. You're always doing proposals, you're always having to run ads, you're always having to bring in new people, and there's no point where you reach where your agency can kind of just coast, and it sucks when that happens. So I'm going to assume, by the way, that you do good work and you can get, like, you know, at least some kind of results for people, and that's not your issue in the purposes of this video, because if you don't have that, there's really nothing anybody can do. I want to show you, by the way, just the little crabs down here. These little crabs running around all super fast. So 50% of your service, by the way, is getting people results, and I'm going to assume you do a decent job in that. But 50% of it is something that nobody talks about, which is the communication of your service and how you make people feel. So what do I mean by that? So let me give you an example so you can make that switch and get people to stay in your agency a whole lot longer. So I was talking to one of my neighbors. I live in a kind of interesting suburb of La Paz, Mexico here right now. One of my neighbors said he bought his house unseen. He was just doing some research online. He found a house he liked, and he sent a couple $100,000 to some stranger in Mexico. And I thought, you know, that's probably pretty nerve-wracking, right? Like, he sent a bunch of money. And I asked him what happened after that, and he said, well, for like 6 months I wasn't sure if they just ripped me off or whatever, but eventually I got a house built and I got the deed to the house. But he said it was a very stressful 6 months because there's a big part of him that was worried he wasn't going to get any of the deliverables, nothing good was going to happen, and all that stuff. I want you to compare that now to another type of home builder, and I want you to imagine that he signs up with the home builder, and the home builder says, hey, he gets a personal call from the owner, and the owner says, hey, I'm so excited you joined us. Like, we're so excited to build your house, and we're so honored that you've chosen us, and we just want you to know we're on top of it. We're going to do a good job. About 3 days later, he gets a little video in his inbox, and it says, hey, I know it's probably not that exciting with your house just yet, but we just finished the land survey, and I wanted to make you a little video just showing you how the land survey, this is your lot, this is how it's coming along. About a week later, he gets another message, and it says, hey, we're actually just starting to put in the foundation and stuff. I just want to show you. Here's Miguel, my favorite worker over here. And Miguel wanted to say hello because he was so excited that he's putting in your foundation. Another week goes by, and they say, here's the frame. Like, you can actually walk through the frame of your house. It's starting to look like a house. And every week or 2 weeks, he gets some kind of update that just lets him know, hey, we're progressing towards the goal, and we're on top of it. And I'll tell you, most agencies, by the way, are the first one, and you know this because you probably just send your clients a monthly report with some pretty charts and graphs that they don't understand, and as a result, they don't really know what they're paying for. And so it's a lot like buying a house and waiting 6 months and hoping it'll get built right. And the second agency is much more of like what I would call, like, I guess it's a construction company. You can tell I don't build houses, by the way, because it's probably, everything I said is, some of you guys are going to be like, that's bullshit. But it's like they went on the proactive communication. They let them know how it's going. Even when they made little screw-ups, they said, actually, we had a little screw-up today. We got set back a day. We just wanted you to know that. But that whole transparency gave that person complete confidence that their house was getting built, that they were on top of it, that good things were happening, that they were in good hands. And at the end of the day, if you compare that to the agency, the first construction company or agency who runs like that construction company, he's going to have a hard time getting clients. They're going to be mostly disappointed. They're going to be happy with the deliverable, the house, But 6 months of just living in uncertainty. By the way, we got some old man feet in the water and some pink shorts. They're going to feel really stressed out about that arrangement because they've been burned in the past, and it's just the communication left them wanting more. As where the second type of one is going to have clients who are thrilled and are better or refer, and they're going to get more and more business, and they're going to get business that stays longer. Now, what's interesting about this is if you ask those, which one of those is better at the deliverable, like actually building the house or doing the equivalent of what you do, SEO or AdWords or websites or whatever, it's actually probably the first one. They're probably actually better at building houses, but what they lack is communicating building houses. We're just going to go check on the baby bees over here. And so as a result, what happens is the client experience suffers majorly. And so it brings me back to my original point that if you want to keep clients, only half of what you do is delivering it, and the other half is the experience you create. The communication especially is the one that I see most agencies drop. And if you want to just keep clients longer, then you need to let them know, especially in the beginning when they're most uncertain about that relationship, proactively let them know how their building of a house is going, and instead of just leaving them 6 months in uncertainty, especially if you're doing something like SEO that's going to take a long time. And that can be as simple as just sending a little email that says, hey, I know it doesn't look like much, you're not #1 in Google, nothing's happening, but we're really excited because we just built a bunch of links for you, or a bunch of citations, or we optimize your listing, and we're really excited to see what's going to come out of it. And so just wanted to let you know that we're building your foundation, we're putting up the walls, we're putting in the electrical, or whatever the equivalent of that is. So I hope that's helpful to you guys to keep people a lot longer, because the biggest reason agencies don't keep people is actually because of this communication gap. And not as often as we think, where you just get people results and they'll be happy. Well, if you just build somebody a house, they should be happy. But my neighbor was pretty stressed out about it. Look at this crab right here. This guy's a real crab. My baby bees are playing nicely, which is kind of amazing. So put that into practice, because what you guys will find when you do that is you'll just have more payments in the inbox. People will trust you more. And it comes down to playing offense on your communication, not just going, here's a monthly report. And the beautiful thing is, by the way, all of this can be systematized and organized in advance. That's what we've done in our mastermind. I'm working to actually make it so it's completely automated. Oh, so we got to go here because sandcastles are happening and shit is getting real. So if you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And may the force be with you. I'll see you in the next video.